Welcome to Roundy's Rants, Raves, and Reviews. We're here today with Chandler. I'm so excited. We were talking at our podcast launch at the For Love of Studios extravaganza a couple weeks ago when half of our podcast decided not to save. So I get the opportunity to talk with her again, and I'm so excited to share her with you guys. Chandler, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you do?
So I live with my cute little family, my husband and a 6-year-old, almost 6-year-old, and my 3-year-old and little baby on the way.
Oh, Danielle, how exciting!
Yeah. Um, the funny thing is that all like our birthdays, so like mine is in September and my son's is in October. My daughter's is in November. Then there's Christmas, and then I'm expecting in January. So it's gonna be just like full steam ahead as far as holidays and celebrations go. And
Hey, just celebrate every day. That's what I'd say. There you go.
yeah, that's
Right.
I don't like to go all out necessarily. Like I always get like little fun, like subtle theme things, like maybe we'll get like a banner and like a cake or and something like that, but that's about it. And like balloons. You have to have balloons at a birthday party. I mean, come on.
Perfect cake, right? Yeah. When I was growing up, it was called "What's Your Favorite Meal?" And we made that for dinner and we spent time together. And so that's what my kids got.
Yeah. And that's usually what we do like on their birthday. Any decorations usually come like the day that we celebrate, like with family and friends. But yeah, like a lot of times we like to go to Pizza Pie Cafe.
And if you're up in
That's
the area you're at, I know that that's a very popular
it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. We call it pizza parties.
pizza parties. There you go. There you have it.
But I actually do best when I'm asked like specific questions. So, is there anything that you want to know about
Yeah,
me?
here we go. That's exactly it. There we go. So, my dear, what is it that you like to talk about in your books? What are your books about? What is it that you write? Tell us about it.
So, mostly I write romance as my main genre, but romance fantasy, like usually like teen, young adult, like new adult kind of ages. And I have a crime fiction. It's this one.
Convicted.
Convicted, 25 to life. I have a Christmas book that was actually my first release, technically. I've been published since 2019, but recently I've been kind of trying to re-release a lot of my books
Mhm.
because um there was a whole debacle with Amazon that they deleted all my stuff.
Oh no.
So I essentially had to start over. But my
Well, that
newest release,
gives
sorry.
you an opportunity to relaunch and share with the world. I mean, take
Yeah.
advantage of it.
I'm actually working with a marketer friend right now who's been helping me quite a bit. She's amazing.
And what's the other book you were?
Oh, Beyond My Words. That one's my newest release. That one's the first in a series. Beyond His Curse. I do not have a copy of it. It is coming out next week. Cross your fingers. I mean, it is coming out next week, but whether I'll have copies is another situation.
That's
But yeah, that one is part of a series. The first two books are interchangeable, so like you can start either with Ellie's perspective or Eric's, and like it's the same basic story but from two different perspectives. So yeah, you can pretty much start with either one, and then after that, there's going to be two more books as far as I know. I kind of let my characters drive. Yeah. And it's so interesting to me how each character is so different. This book, Beyond My Words, took me 16 years to write, and I just barely got it to a point where I feel really good about it. And then there's books like Convicted where I wrote it in a month and a half. I edited it. Okay, so I wrote it, edited it, and published it in a month and a half. And then Beyond His Curse has kind of been, I want to say like maybe 4 months. And yeah, my husband always teases me because like Ellie was a very hard nut to crack. she's very guarded, very
Mhm.
what's the right word? Not timid. It's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, very, very guarded is probably the best word to describe her. And then there's Eric, who is literally just like, tell me, like, I will tell you everything, whether you want to know it or not.
Typical TMI. All right. Very good.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I am really proud of how these characters have turned out and how they've grown over the years because like I said, I've been writing Beyond My Words since I was 13 in 2008 actually. And yeah, so it's like more than half my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could not be more proud of how they've turned out. The next book in that series is going to be from the best friends' perspectives. One is from the girl best friend's perspective, and then the other one is from the guy's best friend perspective. So I have no idea what Brock has in store for me, but
He's anything like his best friend. Wow.
he's he's interesting.
I look forward to learning about him when he comes out. That's going to be fun. That'll be interesting.
So do I.
So,
He's like the snarky best friend that everybody wants. He's a favorite
yeah.
amongst my readers. But yeah,
So
that's a little bit about.
what got you
Sorry.
into reading and stuff then, or writing and doing all this? What inspired you to do this?
I have told you this story already, but um, so when I was like 11, me and my friend Kendra, we used to during church every week, we would like pass over these like completely dumb, silly little comics to each other. And like it would be like about our pets or like the stuffed animals that we played with or like stuff like that. And that eventually just like grew into books. Like and every day after school, I was actually homeschooled, but she wasn't. She would call me every day after school and we'd just sit on the phone for hours and hours, just reading each other's stories and giving each other feedback. And like because of that, this book is actually dedicated to her. Yeah. She's fun. And like we're still really good friends today. And so I'm really happy about that.
You started with sharing stories with your friend and writing back and forth and blossoming. That is
Yeah.
incredible.
It started out as just these dumb little comics about
And
our
now look,
pets and yeah.
that's
And
excellent. How
it
many
eventually
novels do
just
you have
turned
now?
into novels.
How many do you have then?
So I have these three right now. I'm
With the
showing you the
fourth
back of
one
it.
coming out.
Yeah. So I have these three right now. When I first got published, I actually published those three on Amazon back in 2019 all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because I never want to be put into a box. I never want to be like, that's why when I say, like, when people ask me, like, what I write,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little bit of a loaded question because it's like, I let the muse guide, I let the characters guide me. I am definitely what they call a pantser,
Mm-hmm.
where if there's anybody that doesn't know the difference between a pantser and what's it? Oh my gosh, I can't think of words. A pantser and for some reason organizer is coming to my brain, but I know that's not it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where they say Panther, you're flying by the seat and just
Yeah,
doing right versus planning it all out,
outlining. That's the
outlining.
word.
Yep.
Outliner. Yes, I am absolutely not an outliner.
Yeah.
It sucks the fun out of it for me, to be honest. But yeah. So like, I published those three books all at once to just kind of showcase what I can do, and it has turned out quite well,
That's
if I just
good.
say so. Where there's it's helped broaden my audience in a way that I probably couldn't have done if I'd done one at a time. And I don't know, that strategy has worked really well for me. And now I feel like I can basically write whatever I want and have
A
an
reader.
audience for it.
That's very cool. So you were inspired with your friend, you've written all these things. what is there a message that comes through all of these? Is there something like that you find as a common thread between your stories that you kind of tell with all of them, or do they
So
kind of
all of my stories deal with some sort of mental illness. I have suffered with like my own personal PTSD and like depression, anxiety, OCD kind of thing. And the biggest message that I try to send with my books is you're not alone. You're not alone in your struggles. And like these things are very real and very, like, even though my stories are fictional, like they are very, the themes in them are very real. And I don't, like, my intention is always to help people who suffer from any kind of mental illness. Like I have lots of different characters that um I think so. I have one that has schizophrenia,
Mhm.
um like just general PTSD and like anxiety, depression, and a lot of that comes from like either my personal experience. I don't have schizophrenia, but I always do my like I always want to portray it in the most real way that I possibly can, because I want people who read my books to feel that feeling of like, someone out there gets it.
Mhm.
Like someone out there, like seeing yourself in characters and in entertainment is really important, and not necessarily like through like representation, but like just being relatable for, like, it's really important for my characters to be relatable for the people who are reading. My stories are always very character centric,
Mhm.
character driven,
Yeah.
and that's something that I'm actually really proud of. Yeah. Hopefully that answered your question.
No, that's great. I love the fact that you're focusing on something that you can fiction tell these stories that are fictional stuff, but yet at the same time show people as they are, and that reality of that people are going through. Not only can they relate to something, but maybe someone who doesn't relate
Can
can understand
understand.
what they're going through. Yeah. Or has
Yeah.
that friend, because we probably know someone, even if we're not doing it going through it ourselves, everyone knows someone and can help them understand from their perspective what they're going through. And mental illness is so prevalent nowadays, especially in our
Yeah.
youth and everything, that I think it's very important and great that you're focusing in on that and helping us with that. It's awesome.
Yeah. I would say probably my biggest inspiration as far as like that specific thing goes is Jane Eyre.
Hmm.
That was so huge for me when I was a teenager, especially because like I had never read a story where a character was portrayed as that strong but feminine at the same time. There's a lot of times where I feel like that gets a little bit misconstrued, where like strong female characters are only allowed to be like almost masculine.
Hmm.
But Jane Eyre was kind of the first exposure that I had to like a feminine strong,
Hmm.
feminine kind of strong, where like you have the self-respect and the dignity to like stand up for what you believe in and not do it in an aggressive way, but to
Hmm.
be graceful about it. And oh my gosh, I love Jane Eyre. It actually is quoted in Beyond My Words.
That's
Um,
awesome. I love
and
that.
yeah. Another thing about me is that I am a big Swiftie. And so it's always fun to see how many Easter eggs, like Taylor Swift Easter eggs, people can find in my stories, because there's a lot of them. Some of them are really obvious, some of them are very subtle.
You should make that a contest for someone. Like sometimes, like
I
we
have.
can.
I
Oh,
I
have you
have
done that?
wanted
I was
to
gonna say.
so bad. I like like the Love Story music video by Taylor Swift is like what inspired a lot of Beyond My Words.
Uh-huh.
That was actually what made that story a fantasy, to be honest.
Hmm.
Um, I mean more than a dragon.
Right.
They made it the kind of fantasy that it is. And so, like, anytime that I see a Taylor Swift fan, I'm just like, you need to read my book, and I want to hear if you can find all of the Easter eggs because it's so much fun. Like, even from like tags of like, there's a song that she has that's called Begin Again. And like, if some, like, anytime that somebody says something and they're like continuing, I always like begin again, or like things like that, where it's like you wouldn't know unless you know, and if you don't know, you don't need to. Another thing is like all of my okay, I don't have a pen, but like all of my characters hold their pens like between their fingers
Oh,
like that.
okay.
All of my characters have that trait no matter what the book.
All right. I love it. You just got such personal little details, and that makes them so much more human, I think, and helps
Yeah.
them connect
And
with
it's
them.
so much fun. Like
As an author, to be able to make those things happen and to do it, yeah, absolutely.
yeah. There's some One Direction things in there too, to be honest, but yeah. Yes, I was a huge directioner back in the day.
Good. Okay to still be. I mean, if the music's good,
Yeah,
songs are good, nothing wrong with
they're
that.
amazing. They're
Yeah.
amazing people. There's something else I was gonna say. There's a lot of like fun facts that I could tell you, but yeah, if you want to like ask me questions, that'll probably be more
Well,
substantial.
if there's something you would like to tell people or leave people with and let them know or want them to know or understand, and then where we can find you and follow you.
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook. That's at the Author Mommy, and I'm on TikTok, but I don't do anything. Like I'm very new to that platform. Um, and it's just the same handle. My website is theauthormommy.com. My books can be found usually in person at like different events. And the best way to find out about those events is just to follow me. I mean, that sounds so
The way to do
influencer of
it,
me,
right?
but
Yeah.
yeah.
How it goes
Like
nowadays.
right now we don't have a newsletter set up like ready to send out, but yeah, that's probably the best way that you can find me is either on Instagram or through my Instagram, Facebook, or through my website. Yeah. They
And you're not alone. No,
yeah, you're not alone.
I love it. Thank you so much, Chandler, for being with me today and redoing this interview. It's been fun to talk with you again in a little less stressed environment and just enjoying our time together. And it's beautiful. And when you get your next one out, let's get on again and talk about it and
Yeah.
promote your launch and stuff with that. That'd be awesome to do.
Thank
Um,
you.
yes, and everyone, thank yous and check out Chandler. She's amazing. She's got incredible work. Support her and check us out next time on Roundy's Rants, Raves, and Reviews. We'll talk to you later, everyone. And thank you guys.